We're back with the great Carol Welsman for another of those terrific, iconic love songs. And people think all the great songs, all the great standards are by Cole Porter and Rodgers and Hart. And sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're by very obscure fellas. This one is by a guy who wrote hillbilly songs. In fact, he's literally a hillbilly songwriter in that his name is Billy Hill. That's Hill, Billy, if you're looking him up in the phone book. And even in the... it's impressive to get a laugh out of Jean-Pierre. So that's Jean-Pierre and John, by the way, have joined Mathieu and Michel and Carol for the full band on this. And he wrote songs. Billy Hill wrote songs in the 1930s that even then sounded 40 years old. They're all like 1890s parlor ballads. He wrote mother songs, and he wrote lugubrious death songs, and he wrote death on the train songs about having a coffin riding in the boxcar. He wrote There's a Little Box of Pine on the 729. And again, we're not going to ask Carol to do that one. And then out of nowhere, in 1936, he wrote a perfect 32-bar pop standard that was unlike anything else in his catalog, and for 80 years it has gone around the world. And it's funny, Carol, that the little things about arrangements, but it's you rephrase the end of the middle eight, as people are about to hear. And to me, that's actually what sold me on your version of the song. It's kind of just little tweaks and things like that freshen up a song. How'd this one catch your eye?
Well, this is obviously from part of the Benny Goodman songbook when we recorded this album, and I was asked to sing it. And I when I arrange music, being a piano player, accompanying myself, I like to take liberty in doing things that we call shout choruses. So in the middle of the song, much like you'd hear in a big band arrangement, where they would suddenly play an instrumental while the vocalist took a break, and they all blow this shout chorus, they call it. I like to play the block chords and pretend I'm a big band, and show off a bit.
Yeah, that's great. You are the Benny Goodman Orchestra. Do you do a one-woman sing, sing, sing while you're here? Because we might hold you to that. That's pretty good. This is a lovely song. As you mentioned, it's from your Benny Goodman album, and I believe Benny Goodman had the first hit on this song. And Billy Hill lived to hear that. He didn't hear a lot of other versions. He died very young on Christmas Eve, 1940. And there's 3/4 of a century of this song's life that he never knew about. And to me, it's an oddly it's a very simple song in its form. And they're kind of simple words, but they actually, you put the whole package together with the music, and it turns into magic somehow, and no one quite knows what makes it spark. But we haven't got the Benny Goodman Orchestra here today, but these four guys and Carol are gonna do their best. You gotta give a little, take a little. That's the story, that's the glory of love. Carol Welsman.
Hey, you got to give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of that is the glory of love. You've got to laugh a little, cry a little, and let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the world and all of its charms. And when the world is through with us, we've got each other's arms. We've got to win a little, lose a little, oh, and even have the blues a little. That's the story of that is the glory of love.
got to live a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. You've got to laugh a little, cry a little, and let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story of, that is the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the world and all of its charms. And when the world is through with us, we've got each other's arms. You've got to win a little, lose a little, and yes, even have the blues a little. That's the story of, that is the glory of love. That's the story of, that is the glory of love.
That is good philosophy. You gotta give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break a little. That was fantastic stuff, Carol. A couple of great love songs from Carol to get your Valentine's weekend off to a romantic start. If you strike out this weekend, it's nothing to do with us because we set you up perfectly. Thanks to Carol and the band, and we will see you next time.